Corrupted weapon loot boxes. This is receiving quite a big update. I've never really updated this. I've just sort of made it, done the code, put it on the workshop, and that was it. Made this a few years ago, so now it's about time that it got a big update. So I'll go through this quickly. I'll go through the config, then I'll show you the features actually in game. Alright, so yeah, previously how this worked was either spawn that in from your queue menu, press E on it, it would give you a random weapon from the table in the config, or you kill an NPC, it had a chance of dropping a loot box. The code was a little bit messy, it was a little bit weird, so that's changed. But when you killed the NPC, if the NPC dropped the loot box, you would press E on it, give you a random weapon from the table in the config. So yeah, let's go through this. The config has completely been redone. It's not even the old config anymore, it's just done totally different now. Alright, so I'll go through it quickly. This one here, first one, pretty self-explanatory. What model should the loot box use? This here, now I can't figure out the client-side code, and done a bit of testing, but still can't figure it out. So for now, this is going to be global. So despawn loot box, how long in seconds once a player uses the loot box, I should say a player here, a player uses the loot box should it despawn. So say that there's 5 players fighting one NPC, and the NPC dies, drops the loot box, one out of those 5 players presses E on the loot box, then the other 4 players have this amount of time to press E on the loot box, otherwise they won't be able to press E on the loot box. So yeah, it's global, so I would recommend setting this at like something like 15-20 seconds to give everyone enough time to actually press E on the loot box, but for now I've got it set to 5 for testing. Now, 1 out of 2 of the big updates that I've done to this is, now the way that it worked before is when there was a loot box, anybody could press E on it, regardless if you done any damage or if you just logged onto the server, you could press E on it and you would get a weapon from it. That no longer works. Now you actually need to do a certain percent to the NPC's max health. And like I have here, it's 5, which means 5%. If I set this to 11, that's 11%, 25 is 20%. So 20 equals 20%. If the NPC has 100 health, I need to do 20 damage to the NPC's health, because that's 20% of the NPC's max health. If I set the NPC's health to 1000, then I need to do 200 damage, because that's 20% of the NPC's max health. If I set this to 50 and the NPC's max health is 5000, then I need to do 2500 damage to the NPC to qualify for a loot box. If any players that are fighting the NPC, if they do under this amount that you put in the config, then they will not be able to press E on the loot box. Okay? So yeah, just pay attention to this comment here. Don't actually put the percentage symbol, don't put that in, just the number. Alright? So that's 1 out of 2 of the big things that I've done. Right, another small addition. Previously it was all NPCs, they all had a chance of dropping the loot box when you killed it. But now it's a guaranteed drop, but it's a selection of NPCs. So not every NPC will drop it. It's just this selection of NPCs. Alright, so I'm using VJ base. So I'll go ahead and go into NPCs. I'll go into Alien Swarm and I will get... Let's get this guy here, right? And all I have to do is go in here. And there we go. Paste that in. Alright, if you want to add more NPCs, all you have to do is move on to the next line and change this, as many as you want. Okay, there's no limit. So, yeah. Now, I'll show you how this works in a second. Now, 2 out of 2 of the big things that I've done for this add-on is it used to previously just be a table just like this, right? Where it was just a random number of weapons and it would loop through that table and give you one at random. Now that's changed. I'll go through this one by one quickly. Now this here, this can be anything you want. Alright, it's just there for convenience to let you keep track of what items are this rare, what items that rare, what items are common, blah blah blah. If I wanted to change this to there, change this to the foods there, I can do that. Okay, I can do that. Doesn't really matter, it's just there for convenience. So if this is your really rare weapons, then you could put in here really rare weapons. Just like that. Alright, so you can have that wherever you want. Weapons. Do not change the name of it, just change the class of the weapon. Alright, so don't touch this here. This here. So I'm using Arc CW, right? Big fan of Arc CW. Arc CW right here. Black Ops weapons, World at War, COD Extras, Black Ops 2. So these are the weapons that I'm currently using. Now you can use any weapon you like. I'm just using this for the sake of the video. So you can basically just copy it from your clipboard and paste it into the table. Alright, so I'll go down here and I will get, let's get a random, let's get a shiv. Right, let's get the shiv. Right, and I'll paste that in there. Alright, so based on the rarity, that's the weapon that you will get from that rarity. So the rarity is a big thing that I've added to it. The lower the number equals the harder to get. The higher the number, the easier the weapon will be to get. Or a weapon from the table, that will be easier to get that. Alright. So 0.5, it's going to be pretty hard to get that. And if you get it, you're pretty lucky. You're pretty lucky if you get that. So this one is going to be slightly harder to get, but you might get it, you might get lucky. 10, slightly harder again, you might get lucky. Rare, you'll probably get that one. Uncommon, you'll more than likely get that one. And common, you'll get that a lot. Alright, and the one under that is ammo, so if the player already has that weapon, it will give them ammo that you put in here. Alright, so the rarity, change it to whatever you want. 0.5, pretty hard to get. If you put it at 500, it's going to be probably the easiest to get. Ammo, this is the ammo that the player will get. Alright, so I'll go ahead and show you how this works in game, and you can see the features. Alright, so disable NPCs, ignore players, perfect. NPCs, I got this guy here. There's a loot box. Alright, so you'll see it in chat, the name of the weapon that, well, not the name, the class of the weapon that I got. So there we go, I got Browning HP. And the Browning HP is a common. Alright. Spawn in another NPC. That's fine. So I got an SOG knife. An SOG knife is epic right there. Right there. Another one. Got a shiv. That's a common. Got KSG. KSG is a rare. And we'll spawn in a few more. Another loot box. So I got a Browning HP, and ignore the ammo name. Arc CW doesn't use custom ammo names. So it just gives default ammo. So I got a Browning HP, that gave me ammo instead. So if I go in here, Browning HP, that gives me 100 ammo. Alright. Press E on this loot box. Got a shiv, I got 100 ammo for the shivs. Don't need ammo, but it will still give you ammo. We'll spawn in another one. I got KSG, I've already got a KSG, so that gave me 60 ammo. The KSG is here. 60 ammo. Alright, so Now, to show you that the loot boxes don't actually open, if I go into His Weapon loot box, Weapons loot box, press E on it, little message here, you never dealt enough damage, you can't loot this loot box. Now, if I go ahead and go into Dr. Fridge here, health modifier and change it to this, I'll spawn in the NPC, change the NPC's health, I'll give myself Browning Hyper and I'll just do like 2 shots. There's 2 shots and I will go ahead and spawn in a bunch of friendly NPCs to kill this NPC. Once they kill this, it should drop a loot box, and I never dealt enough damage because I only done 2 shots, which wasn't 5% of the NPC's max health, so it wasn't enough damage. I don't get to loot it. Alright, so that's basically Toad's Weapon loot boxes. If you have any questions, any issues, suggestions, bug reports, then I will link my Discord in the YouTube description and it will be linked on the Steam Workshop page, so drop by and let me know what's happening. So enjoy!